popular drag queens who are on a mission to spread love, connection, and acceptance all across small-town America through the art of drag.
And a ton of joy. ABC News anchor Linsey Davis sits down with the cast of We're Here as they talk about this season and the joys and challenges that surrounded it.
When I say we're, you say here. We're here. We're here. And we're not going anywhere.
Even before you know another drag queen, is there already an assumption that their journey to this point has been a difficult one?
It's a good question. Wow. Okay, so 100%. A lot of times as queer people or boys who are trying to find themselves and how to fit in, drag kind of becomes that gateway that you didn't even know was possible.
You've been doing this for 30 years. Do you feel like it's easier now?
No, it's getting harder. It's getting way more difficult to just exist and be yourself, and it's scary. I don't want to go back 50, 60, 70 years. Thank goodness for shows like We're Here who sheds light on rural areas where it's not easy to exist in those kind of places.
Are there like a lot of other queer people?
We're here, but we're not vocal here. Does that make sense? We're all hiding.
What did you think about the backlash that's been happening against drag and, of course, against trans people?
I will say that I'm very scared. I'm not going to run from Tennessee, though, because that's what they want me to do.
We've been around forever, including in beautiful small towns in the middle of fields like the one where I grew up.
Talk to me about the significance of the title, We're Here, and why you feel that this show has the potential to be so impactful.
All four of us lived for 1 month in Tennessee, and then we lived for a month in Oklahoma. And although we were like, oh, wait a minute, we gotta like live, they're like, yeah, like you're gonna get coffee where people get coffee in small towns. We were there. We were like day to day when cameras were off. We held a meet and greet in a park, and it was very scary. Like the Facebook comments were like, 3 well-placed bullets will take care of this pedophile problem.
It's about us coming into a space and like trying to impact change. When we leave those spaces, then they have to live there and they have to continue leadership and try to build for the queer community.
At one point, it seemed like you all might be arrested.
Got an interesting call from our security team this morning, concerned that you might actually be under threat of getting arrested if we do this.
And that was wild. I think we looked extremely fabulous, and we should have been very much welcomed. But we were under a real threat of being arrested, and it's supposed to be the separation of church and state, which is very confusing.
A lot of us aren't exactly trying to be political, but if you're going to be arrested just for doing this, like it's instantly politicized.
Do you think that you all changed minds?
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And it's not about like full 360 change, it's just by just challenging some ideas when the same ideas are not being echoed back at you.
How can people be allies?
Staying silent is not neutral in this moment, not up against lies.
Reach out to the people that you know who are queer. Just opening your mouth and talking is the first way to start for us to actually show support and for any change to actually happen.
I need you to show up and not just to talk about it. Don't be at the brunches and the kiki. I need you to show up at the polls and show us that you're allies and really help us with this.
Gotta love it. It's all about support there. Thank you, Linsey, for that report. The full season of We Are Here is streaming now on Max.